All right, well, Nick, this is practice number 9,
Yep.
I think. What have you made of just what you've seen out of the receivers so far in this camp?
Man, it's competitive. Our depth is really deep. I'm excited about the guys. They're going to put me in a hard decision of who's playing, but all the guys are competing, and it's really, really good to see.
I'm curious about Josh stepping up and getting, first-team reps. How has he kind of earned that opportunity, and how is he kind of taking advantage of that?
Yeah, he's a guy that's been here last year. He got in the game last year. He's been in rotation, knows the playbook. He's doing a good job of stepping up, being a leader, and he's taking full advantage of it. He was ready last year. His number didn't get called, so he's hungry. He wants to be that guy for John or Zevi or whoever the quarterback is, so we're excited all the way around about Josh.
The last couple of days, has anybody in particular stood out and impressed you?
Man, it's the whole group, man. From the outside receivers, Kyle Williams, Los is being steady Eddie, very consistent. Their game is going at a high level right now between BG, Max, and Trey. Those guys are competing, catching deep balls consistently. And the inside between the 4 guys, Leon, Josh, Chris Hudson, and Tony, man, they're making plays in a lot of different ways. You see Tony out here catching deep ones. You see Hut making some plays in the 2-minute. You see Josh catching a lot of different balls. You see Leon all over the place, inside, outside. So all those guys are competing. I'm excited about them.
You're able to see these guys on a daily basis in the offseason, but that's mostly in the weight room or training, whatnot. What have you learned the last 2 weeks out on the practice field that maybe you didn't know prior to?
I didn't know how well they're going to come out and compete for practice. The older guys, they knew the standard. The other guys I didn't know, coming from different places, so it was always a hard part. The way Coach Dicker structured practice, we got to play fast. We got to start fast. We got to finish strong. And so I didn't know that, and so that was really good to see how well they've handled practice.
Yeah, Coach, can you just talk about Carlos and his development? I saw him separate and create a couple great grabs today. Just talk to, how he's been able to come in, last year as a freshman and this year really take a stride up.
Yeah, he was Carlos is very competitive, quiet, competitive. He wanted to play a lot last year. He caught 24 balls for us, wanted to get more. He saw that his abilities was, just as good as Kyle, just as good as Josh, Kelly, and Lincoln. And so he had a little chip on his shoulder coming in the offseason. He wanted to prove that, he's that guy for us. And so he comes out every day hungry. He works extremely hard on and off the field, even in the classroom. The kid is really special, so I'm looking forward to seeing him.
And just talk about, Chris Hudson coming in here as a transfer and just being able to separate as well, just like Carlos. What has he brought to, 7-on-7 and scrimmage and just the locker room?
Yeah, so Chris is really creative in his routes, and he takes pride in it. He does a good job of trying to, figure out how he can manipulate a defender. He does a great job of catching strong, tough passes. He dropped one today, but overall, man, he's playing strong and fast. And so his intensity, is brought to the room where he wants to be great. He wants to push other guys. A couple things that he said in the offseason is like, hey, I'm going to push you guys, and I want you guys to push me because I need it as well. So that type of energy is needed in the room.